going to invite our treasurer, Brian Derringer, forward for just a brief mid-year financial update kind of a thing. We just want to make sure that, basically I told him, I said, we all read it in your treasurer's report in the newsletter, right? We all read it every single time very carefully. And so why don't you just remind us one more time in case I forgot?
Okay, well, good morning. I'm Brian. And I just, this is what the newsletter looks like, and I know, we're all busy. So I just wanted to point out a few things. We're about halfway through the year, and one of the things that's in the newsletter in the little treasure section, she always puts the little graph that we track, and so there's a lot of information on that graph. And I'm kind of a geek for like multi-variable kind of presentations that's visual, and so this has like a 12-month history of, money we take in and money we send out, and so those are the little red and blue bars, and we like it if they're pretty close. We love it if the blue bars exceed the red bars, because that gives us the ability to do more with the red bars in the future. Red is what we send out, and we're hoping we're not spending too much money on lights and electricity or replacing air conditioners or things like that, because then we can do things in the community. And so then some of the other graphs are, there's like the month-to-month kind of income kind of thing, and really the accumulation of that is like, what is our balance? And so when we get a lot of giving, our balances go up, and when we have a lot of expenditures and not as much giving, the balances go down. And what we don't want to have happen is that our cash balances get too close to our sort of average monthly expenditures, right? And one thing I did a couple of months ago was that I said, hey, our budgeted expenditures were at a certain level, but our actual expenditures were coming in less than that. And so we just kind of shifted that. So if you're wondering about the little dotted line that shifted, it's because, well, when we do a budget, we're kind of anticipating things, and after a few months of actuals, it's like, well, we can adapt. So anyway, we're doing okay. The three things I wanted to point out was that I kind of adopted some little rules of thumb. And so when it comes to just cash balances, it's nice to have a little buffer, right? Even in our household finances. You'd like not to live paycheck to paycheck if you can. And so we're a little bit better than that. We've got enough cash in the bank that we're over sort of a month's worth of average expenditures, but we're kind of on the hairy edge. But we're doing fine, and we have a little bit of control over what we spend month to month and things like that. So we've got a little control. In the long run, we still have a mortgage that we're paying down for the building, not this building so much, but the expansion and the big new multi-purpose center that we refer to as the gym, but we use it for banquets, and community uses it, and it's a resource to the community. And we've got a few more years worth of that note, and we've got several months worth of buffer for that building fund. So that's kind of cool. I think it's at 4 months now, so that's nice. The other one, really important on days like this when it's been warm outside, we like the air conditioners to work. Last year we had over $20,000 worth of unexpected kind of expenditures. I say unexpected, but when you have like something like 30 different air conditioners around here, and none of them are brand new, they're going to break down. And so we have what we call the fixed asset replacement fund. So that's a different kind of balance. And right now we're up to about 10 tons of air conditioning could be replaced. If it went down, we have the money to do that. We don't have to come for that. All right, so it's kind of an overview of what's in here. The other thing real quick is that we do quarterly support. So the money that comes in, we don't use it all. We send some of that, a lot of that, to the community and to the Senate, and so that kind of comes off the top. And so we not automatically, we choose to support things like Meals on Wheels, like the community caregivers, what's it called? Faith in Action caregivers. We support Habitat for Humanity, we support Ramp Build, we support our Synod's camping ministry, which is called Cross Trails. And so all those things are kind of like chosen, and they get funded by a percentage of our contributions. So I think that's the big thing. Thank you so much for all your support. Let's continue to have a great year, and look forward to the budget development process for next year. Thanks.
Yes, thank you, Brian, and I hope you heard what he said, right? We steward the money that goes out really well, but when we have a little bit more, we get to do even more ministry and work in the community. So thank you for your support throughout the year so far and for your continued support. And yeah, as he mentioned, right, it's already time for like budgets, annual meeting. We're only a couple months away from an annual meeting, all that good, exciting stuff.